Hello everyone, Rudolph Vomit here, and as of update 4.6 of World of Tanks Xbox, we have the British Super Conqueror and the Chinese WZ-111-5A, two new tier 10 heavies with astonishing turret armor, strong but not invincible hull armor, and reasonable maneuverability. Unfortunately, however, the tank I'm playing in isn't a Super Conqueror or a 5A, as I wish it may have been. So you may be asking yourself, with the addition of the Super Conqueror, why play the FV-215B at all? Well, trust me when I say I've been asking myself the same question. Why do I keep this tank anymore? Sure, I still like it, I think it's a good tank, but compared to the Chieftain and the Super Conqueror, the FV-215B seems to be at the bottom of the totem pole. That deduction isn't far from the truth, and the FV-215B isn't the only tank in this game to be one-up by a new addition. Or to put it into more watt-friendly terms, the FV-215B isn't the first tank to be power crept. The definition of power creep is a process that sometimes occurs in games where new content slowly outstrips the power of previous alternatives. This leads to players abandoning previous options in favor of the latest and more powerful ones, resulting in an inevitable increase in power throughout the game. But isn't that what everyone wants? More power in a game? Well, yes, it's exactly what everyone wants, regardless of the game. It would be hard to argue against. But it breaks my heart knowing that my beloved FV-215B, which I grinded and have cherished for a long time in the game, has been slapped across the face twice by two equally, if not more, powerful brothers. While the tank remains in the tech tree, it may no longer be potent in the tier 10 matchmaker. While the fall of the FV-215B is sad to see, there are worse falls. The FV, Chieftain, and Super Conch share one thing in common. They are all grindable tier 10s. In regards to Watt being a free-to-play game, it is completely possible to earn each of these tanks without paying a penny. What hurts more is non-grindable tanks that not only power creep earnable tech tree tanks, but sometimes upscale likewise premium tanks with the smallest benefits for the biggest buck. Take, for example, the M449. Now, not to be compared with the Tech Tree 5100, however, because the playstyles are completely different. The M449 was initially released as a hero version of the tank, a heavy metal hero, with what seemed to be a detailed campaign or historical significance or background, with the slap-on of a flashy paint job that provided the normal camo value. Along with the armor of the tank and the gun performance, the tank's introduction was pushing it slightly. However, what really struck me was when they introduced the normal version of the already premium tank. This version did not come with the sandbags all over the front and sides of the hero version, meaning it did not share the same armor features and spaced armor benefits the premium tank with the higher paywall did. Not only are they both powerful premium tanks, the more premium tank has stronger armor. This, in my opinion, is the bluntest form and example of power creep in this game. However, let's not completely forget our man, the 5100. The 5100 ever since time began has been a relevant and very influential tier 8 tank. It has a playstyle like no other at its tier, and its clip is capable of doing monstrous amounts of damage within a short amount of time. Novel, right? It was also a mobile heavy tank, which appealed its medium-like playstyle. Unfortunately, the 5100 sacrificed armor heavily to gain these two attributes, and its camo still sucks, considering it's a heavy tank. The bane of the 5100 would definitely have to be its armor. If it had armor, it may seem a little unfair. Well, that's where you're wrong, kiddo. If you have the Nomad AMX, you will get that same 5100 punch firepower and mobility, but guess what? This one comes with armor. A hell of a lot. Tier 6s and 7s have no problem whatsoever penetrating the regular 5100, but the Nomad? Brush those tier 6s and 7s off your plate with practically the same gun and maneuverability. Sacrificing one shell in a couple seconds to the clip reload is nowhere near to balancing a tank that power creeps a normal tech tree tank. Hell, in a fight between a 5100 and the Nomad, the 5100 will struggle to penetrate the Nomad, while the Nomad will have no trouble whatsoever punishing the possibly payless user. This itself was enough to get me thinking. But I happened to be playing premium tanks when I saw my hammer in the garage. I remembered when I first got the hammer. I'd felt good after I'd earned it, and I took her for a spin. I never actually had the Tiger 1 myself, so it was cool to play one that I earned for free, and had premium benefits. It also had a stylish paint job. Since I earned the hammer, many of the other variants of the Tiger 1 have been implemented into the game. The Tiger 131, a tier 7 Tiger with an astounding rate of fire and DPM that challenged the Tiger itself. This beast also comes with the bonus of premium matchmaking. Ouch, rest in peace the Tiger 1's dignity. But wait, there's more. Introducing the heavy tank number 6. A tier 6 Tiger with relatively identical armor profile and mounted with a short 88, losing some DPM and penetration. But it's tier 6, meaning you can bully tier 4s. How novel. Unfortunately, you do run the risk of meeting those dastardly tier 8s. On the note of tier 7 heavies left in the dust, the Minuteman T-29. A T-29 with the 105 and that monstrous turret. Deadly, right? But with spaced armor surrounding the entire turret. Rip the T-29's dignity. The fall of these power corrupt tanks is all but certain. But there will be worse falls. I love Watt, and I have since the day it was released. I like the gameplay, I like the mechanics, I like the way tanks move, the way they play, the way everything works, the way every tank is a weakness, a strength, the way you can counter the weaknesses or strengths and utilize them to your advantages. The maps, every map is different, camo value, bushes, all that kind of stuff. What I don't like, and this goes for games in general, is power creep and pay to win. I don't like the development of Watt, and furthermore, I don't like the direction it's going. I've been in a standstill in Watt for a while now, and unfortunately it may stay that way for a while. I refuse to support a system that barely allows its fanbase to speak freely, and that includes speaking negative about the game. I refuse to support a pay-to-win system, a power creep system, and let alone pay-to-play system. I refuse to support a game that nerfs weak aspects and buffs powerful ones. I hate to say this to everyone, but I've had enough. Watt isn't doing it for me, and if I stay on board, I'll go down with the ship. There are times in life where you get attached and you dedicate yourself to something. But all things must go, and all people must move on. I'm so sorry everybody, but this is me signing off for Watt for now. I need to take a break from a game that's only going downhill. I can't support a system that only adds weight to a sinking Titanic. I'm super sad that my game is dying, but I need to move on. It's not as fun as it used to be, and it breaks my heart to see it this way. The community isn't toxic, however. I love you guys, and I love your support for my channel. We players need to stick together and stay strong in times where Watt's progress is diminishing, and its development is spiraling out of control. We're small fish in a big pond, but we are many. Unfortunately, our pond is shrinking, and it's time for some of us to move on. As always, thank you for watching the video. This is Rudolph Vomit, signing off one last time.